obviously, one of the big things today is Trump's tariffs. Okay, Trump got slammed. He got slammed, his IEEPA tariffs. So the thing is there are tariffs that the president is allowed to do where they have like constraints and they have mechanisms that they have to sort of like obey in order to do the tariffs. Okay, now Trump has some of those tariffs, but he didn't like the constraints. He didn't like the hoops, the restrictions. So he likes to just, I'm going to change the tariffs and add this and add that, and I'm going to add 30% to this country. So he decided to do this shit, declaring an emergency. Okay, it's like the same shit he tried to do with the National Guard, where he wanted to declare emergency that didn't exist so he could walk around bullying. And so the Supreme Court said, you don't get to play the emergency game anymore. And it was like his own appointees. The only people that sided with him were the racists and the insurrectionists. Okay, Kavanaugh, Clarence Thomas, and Alito. Okay, those are the ones. Everybody else, all the normal human beings that weren't rapists or insurrectionists, voted against Trump. You may have noticed, because we're going to look at Trump's meltdown, his agenda lost a significant amount of power today, and that's why he was crashing out so hard.
Trump's tariffs were an unprecedented power grab because our Constitution specifically says that the power to impose taxes belongs to Congress, not the president, and tariffs are a type of tax. But Trump argued that he was allowed to impose tariffs because the president has special powers in times of national emergency under a law called the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. So what's the national emergency, you might ask? Well, the emergency Trump cited is our trade deficit, meaning the fact that we import more goods than we export, which has actually been the case since the 1970s. And just as an aside, our trade deficit actually reached an all-time high last year after Trump tariffed everybody up the wazoo. Anyway, the Supreme Court slapped down the argument that Trump can use emergency powers to impose tariffs. It was a 6-3 vote. Chief Justice Roberts wrote the opinion, joined by Justices Gorsuch and Barrett, both appointed by Donald Trump. Here's what I think is the most important part of the opinion. 3 conservative justices said that the president cannot use emergencies as a pretext for usurping the powers of Congress. In other words, the president cannot just declare a fake emergency to do an end run around the constitutional limits on his power.
See, guys, now, what is so spectacular about this is because the Insurrection Act, his threats of martial law, his attempts to nationalize, federalize the National Guard, all of that shit has been based on trying to conjure fake emergencies. Okay, that's been his game from the beginning, is like, I'm going to just declare an emergency because if I declare an emergency, I have the power. But you can't just declare an emergency when there's no fucking emergency. So what's really good about this is a lot of whatever he was going to plan on doing for the rest of this year was predicated upon him thinking his Supreme Court was going to give him the power to grant fake emergencies. And so today, in no uncertain terms, the Supreme Court justices let him know that you don't get to fake emergencies, okay? We've let you expand your presidential power, but we're not going to let you make up some shit in order to do it. And so this is like devastating for him on many, many levels, because now he knows in no uncertain terms that it's not really his Supreme Court. Dude, he doesn't look well, though, dude. He is so defeated. All I can say is this. Listen to me, guys. Right here. You ready? Right here. Take me in here. We have been through a lot in the last year, okay? We have dealt with chaos. We've dealt with so many lies. We have dealt with prices going up. We have dealt with, like, insurance going away. Right? We have dealt with chaos in our streets, people being shot by fucking feds. It's been a lot, guys. But right now, I want you to just enjoy 1 minute and 11 seconds of Donald Trump absolutely bottoming out as a result of the Supreme Court kicking him square in the fucking testicles. Okay?
Can't charge $1. I would have used 1 penny, but we don't make the pennies anymore. We save money. Can't charge $1 to any country under IEEPA. Not $1. I assume to protect other countries. This must have been done to protect those other countries, certainly not the United States of America, which they should be interested in protecting. That's what they're supposed to be protecting. But I am allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with that same country. In other words, I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. I'm even allowed to impose a foreign country destroying embargo. I can embargo. I can do anything I want, but I can't charge $1. Because that's not what it says. And that's not the way it even reads. I can do anything I want to do to them, but I can't charge any money. So I'm allowed to destroy the country, but I can't charge them a little fee. I could give them a little 2-cent fee, but I cannot charge under any circumstances. I cannot charge them anything.
Dude, you see how absolutely flustered he is. Dude, he just kept coming back. Oh, I can embargo. I just learned what embargo means, but I can't charge a penny. Dude, that is so brilliant. Oh my God, it's so satisfying. Trump is livid and I'm loving it. Dude, I watched that clip today 50 times because it's just, you can see him in real time coping and you know how he churns?
The Democrats on the court are thrilled, but they will automatically vote no. They're an automatic no, just like in Congress. They're an automatic no. They're against anything that makes America strong, healthy, and great again. They also are a, frankly, disgrace to our nation, those justices. They're an automatic no matter how good a case you have. It's a no. But you can't knock their loyalty. It's one thing you can do with some of our people.
Dude, yeah, you see that? You see the shot? You can't knock their loyalty. He's so mad because of Gorsuch and Amy Coney-Barrett, right? Because again, guys, let's not forget that the Democrats or whatever, here's one of the evil political people that set him up, right, dude? It's his own people. Him right there, you can't fault, you can't, he admires their loyalty, dude. Dude, that is so satisfying. Knowing that his own people voted against him is he is so burnt. He thinks it's loyalty. It's not loyalty. I love how they said he did the meme. Dude, look at him. Dude, he literally did the meme. I saw people posting this being dude, this is coming. And look at what he did, dude. 2 massive tweets. Oh, shit. Dude, Trump's agenda is pretty much done, guys. All we need to do right now is we just need to win the House back in November and Trump is done. Okay? He is done, boss. He really is, bro. It is this was a nut kick that he's not going to soon forget.